Welcome back to another episode of Important Miscellaneous Talks. I am your host, Glassfield Crossfield, and it's African Prince. If you don't know him, you should by now. So far, we're going to be speaking about the Donda Deluxe, right?
Sure.
He added five or six new songs, I believe.
Yeah, it's about six.
So, what did you think about the new additions?
I like the new additions heavy. I really fuck with the new additions.
I
Like
yeah,
like the like I really have no complaints. Like of course
hmm
we got the Andre 3000 verse on there, which a lot of people previously have heard, but I think now that it's out officially, I don't think. Do you think it makes a difference now because people heard it already, or it's still a big deal? I think now that it's out, it's still a big deal because this is Andre 3000 and we haven't heard from him in a minute. Even though the rollout was kind of crazy, like how it was exposed, by Drake and everything. Like I think that verse, whether it was leaked or whether it came out now, is still solidified forever. And a lot of people talk about CLB and Donda. Um, and from what I hear, a lot of people chose CLB over Donda. You know what I'm saying? But he got a three stacks verse.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I bumped CLB heavy. I'm not gonna lie, but and Kanye has a lot of features just like Drake did. But he got a three stacks verse. Three stacks is worth any other feature on the album. I'm sorry, I don't care.
yeah.
You know
Three
what?
Stacks is like for your best artists, like for real.
Exactly. And the fact that three stacks came and delivered, and bro, that's probably like the best feature on a song that I heard in a while. And when certain niggas hop on a song like a Kendrick, like a J. Cole, like what J. Cole is doing, hopping on niggas shit and killing them on their own shit, this might be the verse of the year, the feature of the year. So a three stacks verse trumps every fucking thing. For real.
Nah, yeah, I definitely agree with you. Um, we waited long to hear a Three Stacks verse. We finally got one. I don't think it's as big as it was when Drake leaked it, but it's still big nonetheless. I remember a Kanye fan actually hit me. He's like, "Oh well, he dropped the verse. Y'all complained that he didn't drop the verse. Now he dropped the verse." I'm like, "Yo, like, what do you want, a cookie? Like, you don't praise a fish for swimming." But then he was like, "Well, when the fish didn't swim, y'all got on him." So I'm like, okay, I'll give you some credit for that, but that was fire. Love the storytelling. I wish he dropped it on the original. I heard there's some conflict because like Three Stacks was cursing and he didn't want that on the original. I all speculation. I don't know. I gotta look
Wait,
further
wait,
into
wait,
that.
wait. What was the speculation? Who was cursing?
Three Stacks. And on the original it was clean.
But
Yeah,
so what's the problem with that?
I think Kanye wanted to be all clean and Three Stacks was cursing and I heard that like Kanye wanted to take out the cursing and Three Stacks was like, nah, like I want it this way.
Listen, how you gonna tell if that is what it is, even though it's speculation? So imagine that was the thing, and you're telling three stacks, oh, I don't want that, but and intentionally you're gonna use this to dish the next man and to say your GD on a track dedicated to your mother. Like, how does that go together?
Nah, for real. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
But
Yay blicky boy.
OD, bro. But I mean, do you think it still hits the same now that he's out?
Nah, it don't. It don't hit the same. It still hits hard, but it don't hit the same. It don't hit the same because it's a verse that we've already heard, been bootlegged. So, it don't hit the same, but it still hits. And now, people can go back to it, refer to it because Three Stacks murdered his verse. So
Do you think that Drake helped or hurt Kanye by leaking that track?
I my initial instinct wants to say help because like I know for me personally, once I saw that Kanye dropped the song, I'm like, yo, bro, like I gotta hear it. You feel me? Because of the leaked Drake song. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that, man, I think that like it still would have had a lot of hype around it anyway because it's a three stacks verse. But
Facts.
I mean, Drake being attached to your name, uh, usually works in your favor. So I would say it helped rather than hurt.
Because, well, what's that saying? Like all drama is good drama, or whatever, or all press is
Yeah. No such thing as bad publicity.
exactly, and that's what it was. I guess he thought by that he was doing something, in which Drake did, but yeah, I think even Kanye said it on the interview with oh boy Nori. Did you see that?
I didn't see the whole thing. No, I just
Yeah, you gotta check it out. But
kind of likes doing things for 3 hours. It seems like
which is 3 hour interview, which type beastie? I'm not gonna lie.
that's part one. Yeah,
That wait, that was part
they
one.
have a part two. Yeah,
Part one was 3 hours.
I think so, or two and change.
Yeah, because I'll be lying if I said that I sat through the whole thing. I'm not gonna hold you. You got to take a break on that.
Yeah, OD. The rest of the songs, I like the remote control part two. Personally, I would have liked to see him maybe not drop Soldier's verse, but Breezy. I like to see him drop Breezy's verse if he could have. That would have been nice. The Thug and Cuddy, I like that song Remote Control Part Two.
Yeah.
Never Ban Your Family was cool. Keep Your Spirit Alive was cool.
What what
Um,
what was the we was just talking about it, the gospel joint that or with
Up
the
from
choir.
the Ashes,
Yeah, that was fire. I
that
think
was
that
fire.
out of all the 6 songs, that and remote control is like neck and neck.
Come to Life was fire too for me.
OD.
That
OD.
was fire too to me. So, Kanye, can you like, man, shorten these clips a little bit, bro? Like you had like 33 songs. I think the deluxe had. Let me double
Bro,
check.
I'm sorry. I'll be lying if I said I sat here and listened through all of
32.
Don. Just don't have the energy and time. You like
You gotta
maybe like
listen to 5 songs a day. That's what.
not seriously, seriously.
30,
I think
32 songs.
hmm?
He got 32 songs on the deluxe.
That's too much. No, nobody has that attention span no more.
Yeah, for
Nobody
real.
has that. Like give us a 2 minute song, maybe like 8 tracks and call it a day. Like all this extra felonious stuff is ridiculous.
Yeah, like me, like I had to play it in the background. I can't just stay focused on Donda. It's now it was the original was an hour 48 minutes with the 6 extra songs now. Got to be easily over 2 hours.
Um, I like Cuddy on the
Remote
Remote
control.
Control. He fake snap. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really a big Cuddy fan like that, but
I
he
like
he
Thug's verse too.
yeah, Doug killed it. Um, I love that song because of the melody. I just really like the melody. So that's why I said that one is really up there for me. The deluxe, it really slaps. And I mean, with a deluxe, it's a deluxe for a reason. You can't come with a deluxe and the shit be trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he came and he delivered. He's still doing big numbers, just like CLB is doing big numbers as well. But Kanye is definitely doing big numbers, even though Drake kind of like surpassed him when it came to sales. But I'm excited to see with this deluxe what the numbers do now, because he did break a lot of records, a lot. So
I think I think that he might have been better served like having 16 songs on the original than 16 songs on the deluxe, or like maybe 20 songs on the original than 12 songs on the deluxe, rather than 27 and 6. I think
look,
I think the longevity of the album hurt him a little bit, like as far as popularity wise. But I mean, also it depends what his goal was. He claims, it was for his mother and stuff like that, but that kind of, is a little wishy washy. But like with Drake, you're gonna hear a lot more of his songs in the clubs and stuff like that. You're not gonna hear gospel at the club, and nor do you want to. So he had a more of a gospel type beat. So I think that's what kind of hurt him as far as popularity is concerned. The true music fans who enjoy production and enjoy beats and feel me, enjoy storytelling. Donda's an album you gotta kind of sit down and relax and enjoy rather than. But obviously, Drake gives you the kind of stuff that people want to hear. Bump. It's much easier to translate to the radio. You're gonna hear it in the club. So I, he was gonna win that battle.
I mean, Drake is not really. He's not like a substance type rapper. Like
Yeah,
even as crazy as Kanye is, he got like substance to like the music that he
he
makes.
could
Like
tell a good story.
yeah, exactly, or like a Kendrick. But like Drake is, like you said. I mean, I don't want to say necessarily say people pleaser, but he gonna make the shit that people want to hear, people want to bump to, and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's been working for him. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their lane, but of course, that's gonna be more popular than a song that people really don't want to like sit through music no more. People don't want to do that shit.
Yeah. So overall, I thought the deluxe was fire. I think this definitely helps his album. If anything, I think it adds value to his album. Thought it was fire. I strongly recommend shortening it next time around, if possible, or at least do the like 15 to 17 split, like a regular human being would. But yeah, I think overall it was fire. I
Did
probably
you?
would have run through it again because it's 2 hours, bro. But
I'm not. I'm doing 5 songs a day, and I'm calling. That's it.
yeah, for real.
Or if I'm on a long ass road trip, maybe I'll throw that in there.
Facts.
Did you listen to CLB?
Yeah.
So which are you going with, CLB or Donda?
Initially, initially I had CLB. I had CLB because again I think Drake's was a little shorter, so I think Drake's had less dry spots, which kept me in tune a bit more. Um, Again, like Donda's kind of something you kind of have to be in the mood to listen to. But Drake, I didn't really see the growth in Drake musically that I wanted to with this album. A
Mm,
lot of similarities with some of his last albums.
yeah, and
You
that's
know,
what people said when it came to it was like take care vibes. It was just typical Drake,
yeah,
much of a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. So that was kind of disappointing, but when I listened to it because we had waited so long to hear both. So when you make the fans wait so long, we're expecting damn near perfection. And when you fall short of that severely, which both albums did, you really have like a bitter taste in your mouth. So Donda was the first one to drop, and I'm like, it's I to good, but it's not amazing what we were waiting for. And same thing with CLB. I think CLB had an advantage dropping a little bit later because people were just coming off the disappointment from the Kanye album. So now they're kind of like, well, Drake doesn't have to come with as much fire to be looked at in a greater light.
but even with like CLB coming out, I heard like surprisingly, I was fucking with it, but I heard a lot of niggas that was not really jacking it like that. It didn't really blow
Yeah,
them. Or some niggas really gassed it and say, "Oh wait, this is his best work," which I really don't think so. This is not his best work.
I think that I mean that's how it's always gonna be, especially when you have big name celebrities. Like literally, you can do anything, and there's gonna be somebody out there who say, "Wow, this is the best Kanye we ever heard, or best Drake we ever heard." But yeah, I don't think this was the best Drake. I think a lot of fans were let down. A lot of hardcore Drake fans told me that they were let down. Like this is not what we waited for, and I think it's because we did not see the growth. Like same substance, material, similar beat patterns. It's like we
Yeah,
wanted to see more.
it's starting to get predictable, and you know what that's like.
Yep,
Where when somebody
trust
getting
me.
predictable, it's like okay,
Yeah, I'm an Eminem fan, so trust me. I know predictability. Jesus,
don't get me started on that.
Jesus.
Ridiculous.
Well,